This weekend, the DUP will gather for its annual conference. This year's theme is Building on Success. In March, we were reminded of the dark and dangerous nature of those who would drag us back when 2 soldiers and a police officer were murdered. I entered politics in the face of terrorist atrocities, and I have an obligation to ensure that Northern Ireland never again returns to those dark days. That means facing up to the divisions in our society. It means dealing with the reality of Northern Ireland today, not some imagined utopia. I'll not stand by and leave that task to another generation. No one said this was going to be easy, but the journey we have embarked upon has seen Northern Ireland move from a situation where representatives of armed Republicans sat around the executive table. Their ministers were unaccountable both at Stormont and in the North-South institutions. They refused to support the police and the courts. Today, the DUP has delivered a Sinn Féin which participates in British rule and is accountable to a Unionist-dominated executive and assembly. Some Unionists peddle the lie that there's an easy answer. It ignores the reality and size of the nationalist population of Northern Ireland. These same Unionists mislead you. They rely on lies and scaremongering. They hide the reality that a settlement must be acceptable not only to a majority of Unionists, but to nationalists as well. We have a vision for the future and a strategy to succeed. While our opponents carp for their own selfish political interests, we are determined to stay the course. As a real traditional Unionist, Edward Carson once said, "Only a fool would fight if there is a hope of accommodation." But importantly, he added, "What a great thing it would be if this long-standing controversy could be settled once and for all." That's the business we're in. People want a future that is different from our past. They want a prosperous Northern Ireland at peace with itself. It's my duty to deliver this vision. At every level of government, from local councils to Stormont to Westminster and Europe, the DUP is delivering policies made in Northern Ireland. There's been much talk about the devolution of policing and justice. We want to bring these functions to Stormont when the time and the terms are right and sufficient competence exists. Remember, it was the removal of these powers which led to the collapse of the old Stormont Parliament. While devolved government is preferable to unresponsive direct rule, the current structures, while immeasurably better than what we had, need to be improved. We want to cut the cost of government. Northern Ireland doesn't need 108 Assembly members and 11 government departments. Government should exist to serve the people, not the politicians. We're already looking ahead to the centenary celebrations of the creation of the state of Northern Ireland. As we remember our past, we can face the future more confident than at any time in 40 years. Now we are focused on the next steps of building for the future. With your support, I am determined that those who want to drag us back will never succeed. Join with us in building a stronger, safer and better Northern Ireland.